I got to thinking about a bunch of different things about communications, and the first thing that flashed into my mind, like everybody else's mind, is, well, we got a 911 center and we've got communications. I've got some of these for you guys to share. And this is what the state and the feds say are the areas that we have to cover for communications. And then I got to thinking about, well, this is all cut and dry. There's 2 pages here. And you know, in the book, you know, you figure there ought to be 12, 14 pages. Well, then I got to thinking, well, the communication's set up for the police and the fire and the ambulance and the health department, everything. Their communication's set up. What we need to do is talk about communications to the public. And so what I did is I sat down over the preacher got me too, because I was writing notes in church Sunday. But he said, "Did you have something on your mind back there?" I said, "Yeah." But he preacher looking at you. So what I come down to was the second page of this is the second page of this handout are all the different communications that I configure to the public in the county. Now I went through and the second page is the one that says standard operating procedures. And I have a list of contact numbers and that we have for everything. And I got to thinking about it. I got to thinking, we got a good setup here if we just start and use what we physically have. And I went down the list of everything in the county that we have. Now, of course, we know we got the radio system for fire, police, and ambulance. We got the amateur radio system or the ham radio system. We've got CBs. They've been here for years. The telephones, we got the landlines, the cell phones, the fax, the links to the web. And I talked to Rick Kaufman, and in the case of a real emergency, we can use a mass call system that the school board has.
Okay, now, the health department used to have one
I was
system
gonna
also.
tell you.
so
Well,
it's 911.
Health department has it.
We got
I didn't think
one.
school had one.
Well, school's got one. That's how they call school.
It's in one, yeah. we
So I talked to Rick on Sunday and the health department. And if you guys come up with anything else, let me know. The web page, we're supposed to have a web page. This is one of the things I've been working on. Up under telephones, we finally got a county telephone number, 3940, 873-3940. And we're going to start a campaign on that here coming up. Yeah, it's easy for me to remember. And on the web page, we're going to have a link, and the county court has assured me the county court has assured me by the next meeting that we'll get the construction of a web page started for the county. Now, they've also asked for input on that, so you know, I'm sure that on the county web page we're going to have links to the assessor's office and the sheriff's office and you know, the 911 center and blah blah blah. We're going to have links. Now, the problem I told them, of course, the emergency operations center, but the part I told them is we're going to have an active update on each one of those. They're going to have to maintain their own web link. We've got Facebook. I had a lady told me that in that last, in one of those meetings right after the power outage last summer, she told her husband to hook her computer up. She didn't worry about that water well right now. She wanted her Facebook up. And she thought that we ought to put everything on Facebook, and I said, I didn't think I had that many friends in Douglas County. So I thought that'd be stretching it a little bit. So anyway, we've got Facebook, and we've got email that we can do. US mail we've used in the past. We've actually run stuff off and bulk mailed it in the snows in '92, where we used the postal carriers to send flyers out to tell people what was going on. We've got snail mail. If we have to use it. We've got the TV stations. We can call them and get emergency notifications on the air, and that used to all be set up through you guys. Is that not set up through you guys anymore?
They call us, so.
No, I'm talking about emergency notifications like, Route 18 is, or
We'll
the,
broadcast it, is that what you're saying?
yeah.
Yeah, if somebody calls in, we'll broadcast it.
Well, I knew you broadcast it, but I didn't know if the TV stations come in or,
We
before,
can fax it to them. yeah, we can
okay,
fax it.
before, that's the way a notification went out, so we just keep every Tom, Dick, and Harry from
Yeah.
calling in and saying, there's no school, or the courthouse is closed, or, something like
They
that.
called us a time or two with that last one.
Yeah. We got the local news, and of course, we've got the national news system. We've got the commercial radio station now in town, which we can run all those, and I plan on working this out with each one of these organizations. Of course, statewide, we've got the emergency broadcast system to deal with, and nationally, we've got the emergency broadcast system, and I have to take care of that through Charleston. Now, word of mouth, we've got the postal carriers, the bus drivers, the health department workers, Meals on Wheels, restaurant workers. Restaurant workers can tell you anything that's going on in Dodge County. Just ask them, they'll tell you, they know all about it.
What's going on or
And the shelter workers, and of course the teachers and the school students. Now, can anybody think of any other ways that we can communicate with the public? Other than the health department's mass calling, I didn't know they had that warrant system, okay. What I,
set up when the 911 was down here at the regional jail.
okay, well, I knew that I was out of it for about 6 years there, so I didn't know what all was living and breathing. What Mike and I had talked about, and we thought that would probably be the best way to, we've got 16 shelters in the county now, established. We've got, I'm still there, not taking that guy around the county for his generators. We're working on getting generators or backup power at each one of those. No, I didn't bring that back with me. But anyway, we've got 16 shelters. We're supposed to have shelter training from Red Cross. I've been waiting 3 months on that. I told the guy I teach the class if you give me the information. I said, I've taught a class or two in my life. I think I can do that. But he's been up on the coast around New York, and he's with disaster up there, the big storms and stuff. So he's just getting back. I talked to him again this week about it. He's supposed to get the classes scheduled down here. But we've got the shelters established, and what our intent is to use the shelters in the county for points of communication. Now, we last time sent a fax out to everybody, I don't know where it went, it said the shelter